Hello, everyone. This is Gold Stacy, and I'm thankful to have you all here with me. And on today's daily meditation and other mumbo jumbo, we're going to discuss meditation. And we're going to discuss it from the perspective of distraction. We're going to discuss it from the position of, well, how do I do that? And when I seem to do that, things become different. All of a sudden, my leg starts to itch. I get phone calls. I've been thinking about this for the last few days. Today is Sunday. And I thought about it all of Friday, all of Saturday. And I was just wanting the living meditation, as I call them, to reveal itself. Today, you all, I will be actually doing another painting while we talk. I'm creating some back pieces for some artwork that I have coming up. And I've noticed that for myself, when I'm doing these recordings, they have a slight meditative quality to them. And that one time that I did do, I think it was, I want to say a few episodes ago, I did one where I did some painting while doing the podcast. And it was very exhilarating in the most relaxing way. I enjoyed it immensely. So I knew that I would do it again. So here I am doing it again. And I started having this meditation about distraction while meditating during a brief, I want to say I was planning on doing a 10-minute meditation. I was outside. I was on someone else's porch, and I felt very calm, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to meditate right now. And I sunk into my seat, I closed my eyes, and I began to focus on my breaths. And all of a sudden, there was this buzzing, very loud buzzing. And I was over it. I just was like, I just want to meditate. And when I felt myself getting this feeling of like, what is this? I kind of caught myself. I won't even say here, I caught myself. And in catching myself, I just kind of accepted, okay, it's a bumblebee. And in that moment, I thought about how all my friends tell me, oh, when I meditate, it just gets a little weird. All of a sudden, my back starts itching. My phone is vibrating, ringing. I'm feeling something that I never felt before. My eyes are noticing every light change. And all of a sudden, I just can't sit still. The kids are knocking at the door. All of a sudden, everyone needs everything. And I always laugh and say, you just have to take the time for yourself. You just have to take the time for yourself and figure out what, and there's so many types of meditations. So you got to find the meditation that works for you. For me, I love to sit in silence, and that bee just buzzing, and it's funny, as soon as I relaxed into it, as soon as I said, well, let me not take this personally. Let me just go with it. And I just did my breaths in spite of the bee making its sounds. And it stopped. And that's when I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. We have to talk about how when the distraction comes, and if you just accept the distraction, how the distraction just dissolves. So here I am, it's Sunday, and Sunday for me is like I look forward to it because for me, it's a reset, especially with the podcast. We've gone through a whole week. We've talked about some things. We've rushed through the week together. We've rushed through a few instances together. We've relaxed together. We've had some occurrences together. Maybe not in the same space, but as I tell a lot of people, we're all experiencing pretty much the same stuff, whether it be in different environments, whether it be a difference of quality, it's still the same, right? So I figured everyone else had a week that was either really, really good, really, really bad, but we all had it. We all had a week. So with that being said, I took a wonderful nap. I did some driving meditations today. Today was another day, and we're going to talk about that as well, the different types of meditations. We're going to go into that. So there will definitely be a part 2 during today, but for now, let's stick with the distractions. So as I was preparing, as I woke up from my nap and was ready to get into the work that I do, I knew I had some art that was in my soul to get out, and I knew that on the schedule today, it was a recording day. And as I'm getting my space together, getting the message even more clear in my own mind, my own psyche, I realized that upstairs, my neighbor, who has been the epitome of discipline as far as remodeling this kitchen, because every day there is something happening and I can hear it. And so I'm thinking, oh my goodness, the listeners are going to hear this. They're going to hear this banging, this dragging, these sounds in the background. And that may distract. And as soon as I said that, distract, it was there again, the lesson of distraction and why so many people give up when it comes to meditation. They inherently feel like they're doing it wrong because there's a distraction, because the mind wanders, because they feel compelled to answer the phone right at that moment, because they feel compelled to make their 4-year-old a sandwich, right? It's just one of those things with meditation. It comes with the territory. So with understanding this, I said, well, yeah, today's a day to definitely speak about this. And in deciding to speak about it, I'll be honest with you, I didn't notice the sound. It's still happening now, but I didn't really care to hold on to that. It wasn't something that, it wasn't something that I was willing to just keep giving energy to, put it that way. And to be honest, I love the fact that he's staying so disciplined. It's a wonderful awareness to be aware of others in their great moments, to be able to just celebrate that. And that's its own type of meditation. As I was saying about the different types, there are so many. And it really boils down to, what are you one with? I don't like to look at meditation as some type of challenge. I'm going to do this to prove to myself or to others that I can focus, that I can sit still, that I can... To me, meditation is it's all about you. It's all about that inner interior. It's all about acceptance of you. Distracted, centered, whole, broken you. It's just sitting with you. Yes, you can direct it. Yes, you can create a course for your ultimate goal. Some people want to relax more. Some people simply just want an inner peace that is undeniable. Some people do want to learn how to focus so that they may get things done in their own world, in their own life. But it's a highly personal and personalized idea. And there are so many ways to think about this idea. So when I think about meditation, I think about freedom. I think about how distracting life is in general, and how the acceptance of that very simple fact creates peace. It creates opportunity. So instead of being upset about the buzzing, I became aware of nature. Instead of thinking, oh, I can't do my podcast because he's making these sounds upstairs, I thought, well, then I'll just go with the flow. I'll just do my painting, and between the painting and the brush strokes and the banging, dragging, whatever sound is created in that moment, it'll be exactly the sounds needed. It'll be a part of this masterpiece called Today. And that's how I felt. That's how I thought about it. That's what I knew. And I encourage everyone to take the pressure off of meditation, even if it only lasts for a few moments. In the next segment, part 2, we're going to talk about some of the different types of meditations and how you can create your own meditation for your own mindfulness, your own wellness, how you can do it with your family to create more interaction, more harmony. When you're harmonious with yourself, I'm a firm believer, you become harmonious with your environment, you become harmonious with others, you become less distracted by what is different or the differences. And you may even begin to see the differences as opportunities, again, to connect, opportunities to be, to simply just be. And I want to always be. For me, that has been my life's work thus far, to be, simply to be. So again, with meditation, you're going to be distracted. There's no perfection in meditation. Some days I can get a very good 3 minutes of pure just listening to my breath, which is my favorite meditation. And then there are other days where I can get a full 2 hours in of listening to my breath while being on the ocean, having ocean sounds. I love nature sounds. I'm not the person to necessarily meditate to music or even the chimes and the bells, but I love wind. I love the birds chirping. I love a rushing water sound. I love it. I even love some of the recordings of what certain planets sound like in our own universe. Those are really powerful. So I don't want you, nor does your higher self want you to stress about what meditation is and is not, and how to be distracted or not. In part 2, we're going to talk about what type of meditations there are for you to indulge in. Thank you so much for listening to Daily Meditation and Mumbo Jumbo. We'll be right back with you with part 2.